Hey, welcome to another episode of the Whiskey Crusaders. Good to see everybody this evening. I know it's been a while since it's a regular Monday Night Live. I know it's been quite, I think since June, maybe July. I think July 1st was the last one. Been extremely busy, which I guess is a good problem to have in all reality. But, it is what it is. But I want to go and give you guys some updates about what's going on at the castle. Sorts of fun stuff. And I know if you guys have seen some of the shows we're doing with brands, you hadn't seen those, had some new stuff here. Hey, Andy, good to see you there. Welcome back for your amazing trip over there to Portugal and Spain, all that good stuff. Hey, Donald, good to see you there. So I figured I'd get on here. I know it's been a struggle to get on lately, unfortunately, but don't obviously want to quit doing this because do like this, do love our little community here, obviously. But I figured we'd talk about some of the stuff we've been doing lately. If you haven't seen the stream from last week that we did, I know it was early, it's like 4:30 last Monday. We had First West, we had their founders on. That was a good time. So I'm going to drink some of their stuff because I actually really enjoyed it. So first one, I think let's go ahead and just kind of do the same way we did last week there. What's cool about this is, we originally interviewed these guys. They had talked about they have that popcorn company, and we're distilling that into whiskey. And so what's cool is this has got a combination of the red, white, and blue, but it's proprietary blend corners to these guys, which is pretty cool. That they actually, say what they said. I go back to in Barcelona, heartbeat. Oh, nice. I bet, Andy. I bet that was nice. How was the weather as far as temperature wise over there in Spain and Portugal? I assume it's fairly nice. And I'm also going to pour the toasted oak, which is the same thing, a couple other things blended in there. Of course, there's two different types of toast. And then we'll go to the extra aged here. So, put that in. And then we'll get to what the hell's been going on here. Why it's been just so freaking crazy. All right. So, it was crazy hot, average mid-90s to low 100s. Oh, so it's hot as shit. So it's like Texas. Cool. I guess that does make sense in reality because, as they say, Tempranillo wine is very similar to Spain. So that does make sense in all reality. So which is cool. So good to know that it's still hot as shit in Spain. All right. Let's see here. So, drink a little whiskey. It's been a very tiring day. We had to take the silly ass cat to the vet today at 4 a.m. because she had an abscess that burst. So that was such a good time. So lovely things there. So the cat's on antibiotics and anti-inflammatories and pain meds. Silly ass cat. So the same area as Nebraska and Kansas. So lots of heat and cold. Okay. It's good. So we're going on 2 hours of sleep today, which is awesome. Record heat in Europe this summer, even the UK at 95. Really? Yeah, because usually the UK gets in the 80s. It's surprisingly warm. Interesting. And what's crazy is here, it was warm today, but this summer's been really super mild for us. It hasn't been hot really at all compared to most Texas summers, which are a brutal beating. But this, it's been pretty nice, all things considered. We didn't even hit 100 until the other day. So when you don't hit 100 till August, we call it a great summer for us. So it's been nice and mild. So I got no complaints on that. It's been quite nice. So all that good fun stuff. But see, thankfully they sold 1.0 liters of water for €1, but 1 liter of cold beer was $3. Most unfortunate. See, the funny thing about that is, I know when I went to this has been years now, but we used to go to Europe. That it was the other way around. The beer was cheaper than the water. Same, especially also same thing for soda. The beer is delicious. Well, good beers. There's plenty of shit beers out there too. But so we got lots to talk about. Just the world in general, of course, as always, it'll be a topic this evening. But what's going on? Okay, so the big news, of course, is, and the good news is We're going to live stream it as well. Redbreast is coming next Friday, the 22nd. So you got 2 weeks. If you haven't, there are only a handful of tickets left. It's already going to be a sold out event, to say the least. This will rival the Highland Park event. So if you get into that, expect that kind of a crowd. It's gonna be an amazing evening, to say the least. We're having an awesome menu. I'll read you guys the dinner menu. Dinner menu is gonna be just phenomenal. Up there talking to chef tonight. So we're starting out with an Irish stew with Guinness. So that should be a lot of fun. Then we go over to our main meal, which is going to be a smoked beef tenderloin with a red breast sauce that he's making. I actually brought him a bottle of red breast 12 nights. He's going to make a sauce out of it for the tenderloin, which is going to be awesome. We'll do that. It's going to be cold smoked salmon, which should be just great. And then we're going to have you're going to have 4 different sides, which you can choose to, because obviously, you can only eat so friggin' much. So it's going to have a mac and cheese, an Irish mashed potatoes, a green beans and coleslaw, and then ooey gooey butter cake for dessert. And then, of course, there'll be bread, and you're all going to be stuffed. And shows Chef Dwight, who owns Outpost 36 and Horizon 76 in Keller, is going to be the one catering it. He's going to hang around probably that night. He's an awesome guy. If you get a chance to go see his restaurants over in Keller, go see him. Great guy, great restaurants, fantastic food. But yeah, the guy this will be our, third, fourth event with him. Yeah, he's amazing. Hey, Jay, good to see you there. Yeah, man, Jay, it's going to be a hell of an event. Sorry you're not in town. The good news for you, Jay, though, is the North American Brandmaster is coming to do this. We're also going to be doing events later on. I don't know if we'll do this year. It might be starting next year, but it could be later this year, depending on how Joe feels about doing it. Middleton, we're going to do a Middleton event. We're going to be doing a Spots event. We're going to be doing a Jameson event. So there's going to be lots of other opportunities, if you do miss this one, to get a chance to come out and do that. So, and also October 3rd, Virginia is going to be, we're also using Chef Dwight for that event. So of course it'll be different foods, but it'll all be amazing things because, Chef Dwight is freaking awesome. So yeah, be prepared for some amazing food, let alone some amazing whiskey. We're doing, of course, the entire flight of Redbreast. They'll be doing the standard ones, of course, will be the 12, the 15, 18, 21. The special one, which we all know, of course, is the 27. Listau, and then we'll have some other special ones throughout the evening that we'll have for the after party fun, of course, which really means more fun extra ones. Of course, I'll be, like Missouri Oak. Hopefully, I don't know if we'll be able to get over to Kentucky Oak or not, because obviously that's old. We'll have that, probably PX and Tawny, and whatever else we can find that we can get a hold of before then. So it's going to be a really good time. Like I said, it's just going to be a sold out evening. It's going to be a blast. So yeah, look forward to that. Of course, obviously, anybody who's come before knows there's an after party, which means it's a bottle share, so you get to bring all the other stuff. So I assume some special editions, I'm sure, of Red Rush will be showing people's bags, as they always do, of whoever the event is for the evening. So that should be a really good time. Now, to follow that up, the next day, of course, will be Authentico Nativo Rum. They found out how cool. The coolest thing about them we found out is they found out about the Whiskey Castle. They're sending both of their founders to teach this class. So both of them are coming up from Panama. The best thing, the cool thing is they've got up to a 20-year rum we're doing that evening. So I think we've got 5 different expressions that evening. We're going to do a Panamanian dinner, so that should be a lot of fun. Should be rice and beans and empanadas and things like that. So it should be fun. Really looking forward to that as well on Saturday night, the 23rd. And, of course, there's the combo ticket available to buy those if you do want to get both. But I would say do both. They're both going to be a blast. But I'm very excited about both events. I know, obviously, Redbreast being one of my favorite Irish whiskeys of all time. Can't really go wrong with that. And like I said, this rum is really good stuff. So, like I said, I think it's got a 15, a 20, and overproof. Then there's another that's like what's got in there? Cognac finish, and then a couple others. So, yeah, it should be great. So, looking forward to that. And then we're also going to be having Redbreast. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I asked them, man. Apparently, that was like a one-time, one-off, the 15-year cash strength. Yeah, I want to try that one too. But I did ask them about it. Like, no, they said it sold out in minutes, apparently. I'm like, okay. So maybe if anybody's got one, wants to bring it to share, I won't say no. That does sound great. I would like to try that one for sure. But I'm definitely looking forward to the 18, and then, like I said, probably the after party getting to Missouri. I haven't tried that one either, so I'll be very interested what those two taste like. So that should be fun. Like I said, we're also going to stream that. So we'll probably do a 4:30 stream. So obviously, if you're not local, because I know many of the obviously watch the show are in fact even in other countries, that will be able to get a chance to do that as well. So you get a chance to at least ask Joe a bunch of questions, anything you want to know about Red Breast. He'll be happy to answer them for you guys. So I'm really looking forward to doing that. Of course, Headrest has got a really great history. You can of course go watch our videos on Red Breast. As of course we've reviewed the mass majority of them that are out there, except for the new ones that I haven't reviewed. But I think there's probably at least 6 or 7 videos out there on Red Breast we've done. So go check those out if you want to learn a little bit about them prior to the event. All right, so we got that, and then see in September 20th, which is a Saturday night, we're going to have Cambio Tequila. In fact, their founder is also going to be coming up, who apparently is also a master chef, and it has multiple award-winning restaurants throughout the United States, Michelin-star restaurants. So he's going to probably make. So we're going to try and figure out if we can find a place for him to do some cooking and put that together. So it should be quite the event that evening. Have you had Backcoon whiskey? Yes, man. No, the only Spanish ones I've ever had is the what starts with an N and it's got a Z on O. I just got a bottle of it recently because I've been looking for a long time. Logan, it is phenomenal whiskey. What is it? Oh, what is it called? Navanta, something like that. It's really good. And then Nomad, which is really a Scotch that they go and then finish, of course, in Spain. So it's like take distillate, age it in Spain from Scotland. So technically, I guess, a Spanish whiskey by their rules, but not distilled there. Finished there, whatever you want to call that. But Nomad is good. But no, I have not. Was that one pretty good, Andy? I have not. I mean, to be honest, I've never even heard of it. But there obviously are lots of whiskeys around the world that I haven't heard of that are blended with the whiskeys from Chicago. Huh. Interesting. Are they in Chicago? Huh. Who are they blending it with from Chicago? It's Malort. That's what I'm blending it with. Jepson's Best. I'm sure. Was it like are they using like Few or somebody like that or Koval or I don't think I can think of that would do that. But then again, there's probably other ones in Chicago I don't know for obvious reasons. But that's kind of cool. So if that is the case. And like I said, then on October 3rd, Virginia Distilling will be here with Amanda Beckworth, their master distiller. And she is, if you've never met her, Amanda is amazing. We have interviewed Amanda probably 3 times. I should have met her in person a few times. She is a fabulous lady. All probably 4'10" of her, if she's even that tall. But she's amazing. And she's a blast to be around. And she's incredibly knowledgeable because her mentor was Dr. Jim Swan. So you already know that you're going to get some really great stuff out of that distillery, to say the least. So, and I've already talked to her, so it's going to be a really good show. So I think we're doing 8 different ones. Then I think like at the Cameo, doing 8 different ones. Yeah, and then we see who else we met with recently. I've got a meeting with who am I meeting with? It is brain is not working at the moment. I can see the bottom of my what is it called? New Riff. Sorry. Jeez, rough. All right, so New Riff. I have a meeting with them this week. I have talked to Bourbon Pursuit. We are trying to figure out what day those guys come down with, of course, Pursuit United, their whiskeys. Have them come down to the castle to do a class, so that should be awesome. Really looking forward to having those guys down. We are going to probably put together an Iron event sometime in October. Looking to do that. Looking to put together a Garrison event soon. So there's and then of course, like I said, we're going to be also having Longmorn, Scapa, Royal Salute. There's tons of stuff in the works. So we're just trying to put dates together for things. Yeah, I saw that the podcast was sold off the other day. I guess the question is, what are they going to do with it? I mean, I like the podcast personally a lot. I think it's really great stuff. But as we also know, unfortunately, there's a massive downturn, not just in whiskey in general, but Ireland's getting hit hard. Like we've lost, I think, 4 distilleries in the last 6 months. They're gone. Everybody has shut their stills off at the moment. Everything is quiet. Like there's just too much Irish whiskey out there, unfortunately. and some are going to close, and some of them are really not sad they closed. Their whiskey wasn't very good to begin with, so not a great loss. But at the same time, obviously we don't want it to go away because when you think about this, in 2010 there were 4 distilleries, and now there are over 50 distilleries, and that's obviously going to continue to shrink. But the same thing is happening, of course, in America, and Scotland doesn't really seem to be losing. Now, part of it too is I think a lot of the younger Scotch distilleries did it right and are very, very good, whereas some of these newer Irish ones, not as impressed with. But hey, it is what it is. But we'll get it figured out. And the good news for us is we'll have lots of good stuff coming to see us at the castle either way. So I'm not hugely. I mean, it sucks. Like the Pog's pretty good stuff, especially if you get some of their older ones and really enjoy them. If you ever had the 14, 16, 21, really, really great stuff. So, it is what it is on that. But, we'll go from there and we'll see what happens with them down the road. But, we'll see. And of course, I think I told you guys too that we signed the Sazerac. So that should be quite the portfolio to now be getting to work with too. So, not a bad. This is why I've been so freaking busy, guys. I have been behind the scenes working my ass off trying to bring really cool shit to the castle. So, also, of course, be teaching private classes, which those have been great. Met some really fantastic people. Of course, the castle doing some private stuff recently. So, been great teaching those classes. Looking forward to have all those people come back. So, yeah. I have not tried the new Sazerac at 50%. I did try the new Eagle Rare 12. That is excellent. Speaking of, so that night, it was funny. I was at a bar there's a place over in South Lake called Jane, which I was actually there for a mezcal tasting with Bozal. So we're gonna set up a tasting with Bozal as well to come do a masterclass with them. If you guys haven't had Bozal, it is incredibly great mezcal. Of course, it's family owned. Just stellar stuff. And there was a couple we had that were like, if you like smoky Isla Scotch, there was a couple of them that would be in that category. They were that smoky and they were delicious. So yeah, really enjoying a lot of great mezcals lately. So looking forward to having them come out. They're so different, Eddie. The good news are about the same price point retail. Um, man, I tell you what though, that Old Fitz 7, man, that's a great bottle. We have drank the crap out of it. I need another one for the castle because it's been so popular in class that I think we're down to less than a fourth of a bottle. But an Eagle Rare 12 was actually shockingly, at least the one I tried was pretty decently different than the 10. And actually, I thought a little bit sweeter, which was interesting, but it was really good. I was very happy with that one, so I was impressed. Either one, I would be very happy to try. I think it's probably a little easier to find an Old Fit 7 than it is to find the Eagle Rare 12, but it is quite good. But that's also very telling what's going on in the market that there's now randomly a 12 and a 7 of both of these brands. So I'm not savvy the one. I think it's great. I mean, hopefully we can bring some of the prices down on some of these things. I don't know where you guys are. E.H. Taylor Small Batch apparently is freaking everywhere here. They can't get rid of it now. It is wild to see places just sitting on cases of Eagle Rare. I'm sorry, not Eagle Rare, of E.H. Taylor Small Batch. This is wild. I haven't tried the Weller 18. Now, granted, Weller 18 is a wheat whiskey, not a wheated bourbon. So I don't think it sounds like a horrible price. I've never even seen a bottle of it. I have not tried it. I don't know anything about it beyond what it is and seen what I've read about it. I don't know. Has anyone tried the Weller 18? Because I haven't. But I'll be interested to try it. Of course, I think that'd be cool. And hopefully it's one of the things hope we can get from that. Hopefully we could do a Weller event, which would be really cool. So I just don't know. Obviously I'm sure we'll be doing a Buffalo Trace event and Blanton's and things like that. I'm sure it'll be a combination of Eagle Rare and Blanton's and the general things that Sazerac makes. Heading to bed. Okay. Well, cool. Well, thanks for being here, and I appreciate it. But yeah, there's fun stuff on all that. But yeah, there's been some tried a lot of really great stuff too. Absolutely, yeah, that'd be great, Andy. I'd love to try some good Ardbeg. I know you guys know Tara got quite the nice gift there, which is quite awesome. So hopefully at some point we'll see you soon. Get to share a little bit with you, which will be awesome. Looking forward to trying that for sure. Always a good time. But yeah, hopefully we'll hope to get to back to sort of reviewing some stuff, or at least getting you guys some short reviews that are like shorts, reels, things like that in the near future. Trying to work through some of those things and just crank through. There's just so many new things. I know we've got a new bottle of Redneck Riviera, which I know is nothing special by any means, but still fine, drinkable whiskey certainly. Um, let's try to think what else has shown up lately. Of course, we have had now. Because the other thing, I guess, the other thing is what have we had for classes lately? Of course, we had the injury event, which we've streamed. If you guys get a chance to learn about that, the different rums and whiskeys from injury and the Kamakari rums, all of it was just fun. It was a fantastic night. Really good Indian food. It was a really good event with them. Of course, we did the Del Maguey mezcals. That was great. You can go check out that stream we did with Theo. That was good. And of course, she Never Say Die bourbon, which was of course the stuff that comes from England and back over to here. So yeah, it's been an extremely crazy busy last several weeks, but it's okay. And then of course on top of that, also doing as you guys know, the accounting job. So good times. The good news is I work for a good company, and it's fun to do that at least, and so it's good to work with good people and good friends and all that good stuff. Working on that, of course, as well. So and let us make the dream happen at the castle. So we appreciate that. So working on through all that stuff and just busy, busy, busy. Which is like I said, not say a bad thing. It's just crazy busy. Trying to think what else is going on. We haven't talked about recently. I don't care about that. Lovely X stuff. Let's see here. Oh, I'm trying to think what else is happening. That we need to talk about. Nothing really official beyond those things. I mean, like I said, it's just busy, 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 busy. Like I said, which isn't bad. I know. Oh yeah, we're talking. That's the other one we're going to talk about. I'm gonna get a chance to try hopefully this week or next week. If you guys heard anything about the Filmland whiskeys, supposed to meet those people, try their stuff, and then have them come down. I think working out October to have them come down to a masterclass with them as well. So should be lots of fun. Just going crazy. Like I said, we're still working the whole Brothers Bond thing. Just trying to find a time for those guys to come down. So there's always that getting figured out. Southern Distilling, those guys, and so really it's just run off my head cut off. Which, like I said, not necessarily a bad thing. It's just crazy, crazy busy. Mm. But yeah, these First West and raising went from $60 to $80. Really nice stuff. You guys are gonna chance to try these First West. Definitely worth picking up. They're available online for I think they said 38 states, so fairly easy to go pick them up and try those as well. All right. The other thing that is new that we have, and I don't know if you guys have seen, is the Barrel Bourbon number 37. So we got that going for us. So this is a combination. It's a cask strength, of course, as everything they do is. It is a blend of straight bourbon whiskeys from Kentucky of 10 year, Indiana 8, 11, and 12, and Tennessee 13, 14, 15, and 111.38 proof. So like this is batch number 37. There's anything else beyond that. All right. And is a combination of 78% corn, 18 rye, 4% malted barley. Hey, Dustin, good to see you there. Any plans for Saturday, March 14th, 2026? I have no idea yet, Dustin. Are you going to be in town? If there is, we can make something happen. I have no doubt. But not that I know of at the moment. But if you'll be here, we can certainly do something for you. make it happen. We would obviously love to have you out at the castle. It would certainly be a good time. All right, so I'm pouring this barrel 30 salad. Let's see. No, that's steak and PJ. Oh God, this was hysterical. That's too funny. I mean, it doesn't seem like a terrible thing. I mean, who doesn't want that, right, Dustin? This does smell really. I really, really like this 37. 37. As you can see, it's been well loved. Now, this wasn't all me. We did have a group of guys come in and really enjoyed the hell out of it for one of our master classes. So, a large group of people. So, magically, the bottle took it beaten. But when you have a large group of people, that means we're making money, which is a good thing. Oh, it's good stuff. So, has anybody else had any of these, the First West or the Barrel, or what else you guys been drinking lately that's brand new that you thought was good? Oh God, that's hysterical. That is funny as shit, Dustin. I do love that. It says, "Don't love your man enough for the BJ on steak and BJ day. Take him to the castle where you'll never need to spit." That is a great ad. I do have to agree with you, Dustin. That is a good one. Well, I guess that's gonna be your new thing besides being the banking accounting world that you're in. This ad writing of risque material. Not the worst play in the whole wide world. Oh, that's what's coming up too. Next, was it next Monday? Yeah, it's next Monday. Is Texas Bar Nightclub Association convention? Woo! One of my favorite days of the year. Is that is an awesome event. It's mostly an insider thing, but it is a blast. You get to meet a bunch of brands, a bunch of people, a bunch of cool merch. We bring all sorts of cool shit to those events, and it'll be a good time. Very much looking forward to going to that. We went last year. It was awesome. We met a ton of brands. Got to try a lot of cool things. So very much looking forward to Texas Bar Nightclub Association, and that convention's a really good time. That is good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, I know. There's still Austin event that night too at Ron's Tavern. If anybody wants to go to that, I know they're selling tickets for that. I don't know if we're gonna be able to make that or not because I think it starts at 7, but I think the convention goes to 6. But it just depends on what condition obviously people are in at that point in time. I think we'll be fine. Obviously, we don't. I think we'll be fine. But the question is, there's also an after party at the W that night. So the question is, we stick around and go eat dinner and then go to that or come back to Ron's. Either way, it'll be a good time. I mean, I'm not sad either way, but it should be fun no matter what. I know our friend Steve, the Highlander Harrison, will be around, so that'll be fun. And lots of other brands will be there, so it'll be a good time no matter what. Excuse me. Alrighty, so I'm not going to sit around a super long time tonight because, like I said, I'm running on 2 hours of sleep. But I figured I'd give you guys an update because it's been a while. Hey there. Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah. The Andalusian Madeira finished striker. Hell yeah, man. I forgot. I had that in a long time. Is your mess asking for the back door? Get backdoor access to the castle. Is always getting something brown. He's chasing after. Oh, Dustin, that's pretty good. Now, are you producing it or is this your AI? That's the question we always have to ask nowadays. But if you're doing it, knowing you probably are producing it, but it is very entertaining nonetheless. But yeah, man, I gotta talk to. I don't know if you guys saw the pictures of Ty today. Ty shaved his beard off. It's like holy crap. So yes, I've never seen Ty without a beard. It's pretty wild. Doesn't generally like dirty talk. You know what's funny? There's this new YouTube channel that is hilariously funny. Um, they make vintage sounding songs of like different generations, like the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and it's called Sus Records. It is absolutely hysterical. And it is crazy dirty crap as far as like sexual stuff, but it is hilarious. I'm like, wow, that's impressive. I don't know who's writing the AI for it, but they're doing a good job. And so it is very entertaining. And I mean, definitely nothing you should ever listen to around your children. But for a good laugh, it's some funny shit. Check out that Sus Record stuff. It's kind of like the other AI role is there's the Yeti and the what's the other Bigfoot. Those things are pretty funny too. It's like, man, the stuff that comes out of those things' mouths is like, holy crap. It's interesting too. Obviously, there's a lot more AI than just ChatGPT and Gronk and things like that. Who needs AI when you have John Wallaby existed? There you go. The craziest thing though, what I've seen from AI lately has been it's freaky deaky. Is these ads for like what do you call it, AI companions? And I'm like, that you really going down a freaky road at that point when you're gonna come home to your AI companion that now is the woman of your dreams, does whatever you want. Of course, you never actually meet her since she's AI, but you can have all the interesting conversations, and she'll listen to you, tell you the most interesting man in the world, of course, every day. And I'm like, of course, I guess there's also the sex robots. They got those going for you. I guess it's like so. It's pretty freaky. I'm at the point of going. It's kind of be like Demolition Man. It's like with the headset things. I forget what they call it in the movie, but it's going to be that kind of crap, which is entertaining. Speaking of I wasn't sure men will have AI, women no. Oh, there's no doubt. Not sure what women will do as they need. Their needs are a bit more complex. It's valid. Men are very simple, easy creatures. They want to see something and drink. It's very easy. You're right. Women, on the other hand, that's it's much more difficult. That's a valid point too, Dustin. I don't know what they'll do. I know you're right. I haven't seen the AI friends for ladies, but I'm sure they probably exist. I'm see why they wouldn't. But I have not seen the ads for those. But those generally people looking. It's generally young men looking for love on the internet. Of course, now it's the AI kind. But let's see. What movies have we seen lately? I know those when we had been several of those recently. See, we saw the newest. Still know what you did last summer. Decent, pretty good. Of course, it has some returning characters from the originals. But then I watched the original. I was like, man, they got nothing on Jennifer Love Hewitt and Sarah Michelle Gellar. No, so much better looking than the people they had in this movie. I'm like, you couldn't even get cast that was anywhere near as good looking. It's crazy. Says they want eye candy, status candy, money making. They need a guy both nice enough to them, but also challenging them. They need to be nice to me, cook clean, and have fun. That's true. That's true, Justin. That's true. Yeah, so I was a little surprised in the lack of great, better looking women in it. I mean, they're not bad looking, right? They're definitely good looking, but like not the same caliber in the original No Dude last summer. But whatever. Let's see. We saw the new Freakier Friday. The kids to see that. They wanted to see that. That was pretty good. Let's see. What else did we see recently? So F1. F1 was excellent with Brad Pitt. That was really, really good. Fantastic Four was meh. I fell asleep a couple times, so not great. Wasn't the worst I've ever seen, but it was pretty boring. I was like, I mean, those were two maybe the hottest on earth at that time. So it's hard. That is valid, Dustin. You're right. Because of course I had posters of both of them in my room. Because I was at that time it was what like 97, I think, when the movie came out. For obvious reasons, they were extremely hot. Today, at least today, they're still really hot, and they're 30 years older. And the funny part is, I think they were still better looking 30 years older than they were the main characters today in that one, which just sucks, I guess, when you're being compared to them. But it's like, sorry, I mean, they're just gorgeous women. They just are. And even if they're 30 years older, no one cares. They're still just that good looking. So good luck to, good job, Freddie Prinze Jr. for marrying Sarah Michelle Gellar. So good job on that one. But so that was entertaining. Let's see, what else did we see? We saw the was Unholy Trinity or something like that. The Pierce Bronson Western. That was shockingly good. I was really actually impressed with that one. That was good. Let's see, what else we've seen the last month. Trying to think. I know we seen a couple other things. Just trying to think what they were. Seen too many damn movies. But that's all right. Because my wife likes to eat popcorn, and we go on the cheap $5 Tuesdays, so it's the best way to do it. Says good hunt. Yeah. She was looking for light. She'd be a chubby old lady. I haven't seen her in years. Has always maintained a good. Yeah, no, they both look pretty great, man. I mean, well, because of course, John View, of course, was also what goes a Ghost Whisperer and things like that too. I mean, yeah, they both look great. I'm like, good job. That's all I can say. I mean, really good job. But you're right. I mean, hasn't it really been like super relevant? No, but 'cause I guess they're remaking Buffy again too, which is wild. So I mean, cool, whatever. Um, that works. Oh, what else is out there? I'm trying to think what else has come recently. What else do we see? No, I didn't see the draw. Oh, the we did see the Bloodline. The was it the Final Station Bloodlines? Hilarious. That was yeah, that was good. I know it's technically supposed to be a horror film, mostly just hilarious as far as the ridiculous death scenes. Very entertained. That was pretty good. Is that all? I think I saw one or two other things. Trying to remember what the hell they were. I don't know. It is what it is. But they've been fun. The other night rewatched Varsity Blues. Still a fucking great movie. If you haven't seen Varsity Blues, go watch it. It's fucking awesome. I just saw Meet Joe Black for the first time. Hey, whatever, man. Yeah, I remember seeing bits and pieces of that one, but I don't think I ever actually finished that movie. It wasn't for me. I got bored and left. Not that great in talent. That is a shame. You'd think that'd be better, but like you said, based on who's in that movie. What else do we see? Also, we're watching recently some old like 1970s and 80s horror films. So much better than today's. You know, it's funny we bitch and moan about nudity and shit. I'm like, no, we have nothing compared to what used to be in movies back in the 70s and 80s. I mean, way more freaking nudity. It's like holy crap. But it's wild. See, some like sorority house massacre and sleepover slumber massacre. What else do we see? Last house on the left. What else? Sorority Row something. Yeah, I don't know. There's multiple ridiculous B movies that are entertaining. Let's put it that way. I mean, they're always ridiculous, which is half the fun. But it's like okay, whatever. They're not really scary, generally speaking, but entertaining nonetheless. But let's see what else. Request will come out. Sullivan's Crossing has been pretty good. Did enjoy that one. Not that great in the town of that. Oh yeah. Let's see. There really hasn't been all that much other new like net. Oh, Happy Gilmore 2. Did see that. Of course, that came out on Netflix. That was really good. Oh, right, exactly, Donald. That's exactly it. Oh my God, the murder's out in the woods at 3. I'm better run out there naked and get slashed to death. It's like, oh, it was just half the fun is just watching this naked chick run through the forest. It's like, how are you so stupid? It's kind of like it's like answering the door in the middle of the night and going, oh well, let's go out there and look and see who the hell knocks on my door at 3 a.m. because that's going to end well for you. And then call out to them, who's there? Gee, I don't know. There's just a murderer running around. Says, I did see how much it was good in the room with you because it wasn't on the screen. Hey, whatever was it. I really enjoyed it. Me and my kids watched it together. We laughed our asses off. I thought they did a really good job with it. I was very happy with the result. So, good on Adam Sandler for doing a good job. A lot of great cameos and just did a great job with it. So, very happy with that. Yeah, so we're getting my kids into watching. We watched Billy Madison recently. We watched, of course, the original Happy Gilmore. We watched Big Daddy. So I think the next one we're going to watch is Waterboy and Little Nicky. So it'll be entertaining to watch that with them. it's kind of funny as your kids are growing up, to start showing that. Of course, a lot of them I still can't show them because they're very hardcore R's. Now, my oldest can watch them, but my youngest is not ready for those yet for obvious reasons. Um, but it's just entertaining to have them say, "Hey, what did you think of this? What do you think of that? Hey, there, John or Pass. Good to see you there. Hopefully, things are well for you out there in California." Uh, but yeah, so it's been entertaining. But trying to think what other lovely. I think that's maybe is that all the horror films I watched recently. Yeah, it's just like bullshit. I couldn't sleep and just throw them on because you just don't have to think, and which is nice. And then pass out. Who cares? That's the best thing about them is they don't cost anything, so it's like whatever. But yes, it is interesting. Yeah, we'll go maybe another 5, 10 minutes. 70 Horns was keeping an eye out for Joe witnesses at the door. You know what was about to go wrong. You can help and answer to screw with them. Oh, absolutely. So much fun. Yeah, I think those are better. I mean, better movies is subjective here, obviously, but from an entertainment perspective, they're just so ridiculous. So it's like, yeah, you have to. And plus, like I said, there always naked people in those ones. It's like they're not just naked with like tits; it's full bush. It is crazy how much of that went on in like 70s and 80s movies. I'm like, holy crap! You never see that in today's movies, almost ever. I mean, most of them don't even have nudity. I mean, you might see one or two, like a side boob. That's about as much nudity as you'll see in these films nowadays. So it is pretty crazy. Yeah, it is totally dumb. I agree, Dustin. It makes no, like you said, if you can have all this ridiculous AI bullshit, but you can't possibly a real naked person. I mean, what the hell? There's more nudity in like Game of Thrones than there is in like any actual movies today. I mean, it's to be honest, it's weird. Like of course, we had American Pie, which even by the standards of like the 70s and 80s is nothing, comparably speaking. It's raunchy and it's hilarious, but all that much nudity, not that much. I mean, there's obviously a little bit, but not. So it is what it is. So that road trip, yeah, I don't get it. It makes no sense to me as far as it is what it is. But yeah, I think that's serious. I think there's more like HBO than there is in movies. It is just bizarre when you think about it. I don't understand. Not that it makes any difference or it's not it adds any value per se. The golf series, new golf. I don't know what's the new golf series. Has a big name actor. Was actually it's like a TV show. You're not wrong, Dustin. They are what they are. I mean, a lot of them are not great, and you're just like whatever. Just answer the door naked to them, and invite them in for tea, and promise that you friendly and watch the JW's blush and take it off. So I've heard. Oh, of course. Oh, that's too funny. There was an episode of Two Broke Girls where that's exactly what they did. Hey, Bart, good to see you there, Marty. You guys can check out Marty's channel, of course, check out Dustin's channel and all that good fun stuff. Because everybody here knows each other, so I think we're all good. But just Owen Wilson. Oh, you're right, Dustin. I've not seen it, but sure, I did see the preview for that. But yeah, I have no idea if I don't know. I haven't seen it, but I know what you're talking about. But interesting. But yeah, they brought the Jehovah Witnesses in and had them do all this work and shit. It's hilarious. And they're out there, clear shirts off. Obviously, they're dudes. Who cares? But the ladies certainly enjoyed it. Let's put it that way. Let's see. There's two girls from Two Broke Girls. Then it's renewed for me to stay in the room with them. But stay, I would if they weren't. There you go, Dustin. Oh, that's funny as shit, dude. Oh, yeah. I think they're probably accurate on that. They're neither one of them is very bright, to say the least, in that show, but funny nonetheless. A very entertaining show. Uh, but yeah, they don't really make. I have no. Of course, what's on regular television today? I don't think anyone in here has a clue because I sure as hell don't. I don't watch regular TV. I haven't watched regular TV in years. First of all, fuck commercials. Why the hell would I watch that shit? And yeah, I don't know. I have no clue it's on like NBC or ABC or I don't know Fox. Any of those. Who cares? There's commercials on there. Number one, so screw that shit. And no, boring. Hey, there you go. Appreciate the putting out there, Donald. Ah, good stuff. Good stuff. Mm. Yep, absolutely. So, oh, hey, Donald. Any good new Irish stuff we need to know about that's coming out? That's since I guess we're in the doldrums at this point, which is kind of scary. I guess we'll see what happens. I know they'll turn them back. I think Jameson just turned them back on or about to. I think they said soon. So we'll see. But like I said, a lot of them are screwed. Like obviously, Roe and Co. shut off for the foreseeable future. Well, obviously, none of us give a shit that Waterford's gone. Who cares? There was some other newer one. You started as a brewery, now it's a distillery. Is it Kilcarney? Kill something that went under. Um, it is what it is on that stuff. But yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of new shit out there. I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see what happens when Diageo CO being fired. No, not Killoween. It's not Killoween. Killoween's still open. They're super small anyway. What the hell was it called? I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. But it was two names that for what it was something and something, whatever the name of the distillery brewery was. Yeah, I do agree. Diageo, yeah, CO being fired is great. So we shall see what happens with that. Maybe it'll get better. I don't know. The bad news, of course, for a lot of us is they control a lot of great shit. Yeah, oh, I agree. They got to stop that shit. Well, first of all, everybody's having a hard time selling. You can't be raising the damn prices. You got to be dropping the prices because that's the only way you're going to sell that stuff. Apparently, all the American whiskey that I can't get here is about to be replaced with all the Irish whiskey because I've been negotiating for. Hey, I'm not sure that's necessarily a bad thing, Donald. I mean, I think you're probably getting that might be the better end of the deal. So I guess you'll see what you get. We'll see how this all works out. That'd be cool if you could run to the Irish whiskey you couldn't get before. And it's not like you're taking a giant loss with a bunch of Americans not being there. So whatever. It's the one I keep getting asked about, which is funny, is and I haven't found it yet. I haven't tried it. Is the Jack Daniel's Blackberry? I'm like, I mean, I'll try it. It might be good. I don't know. I mean, the Crown Blackberry was pretty decent. So who the hell knows? I hope it's good. But I tried was it the Jim Beam pineapple? Yeah, I didn't care for that. It wasn't like it was bad. It was just like so overly pineapple that's really for a cocktail. Ooh, oh, for Cullen in trouble. Oh no, for Cullen. That's the one I was really excited about. For Cullen was good. Oh, Blackwater's big. His buggers, and that doesn't really surprise me, but that's too bad. Yeah, a lot of them are in trouble. They don't. They're not the sale. The problem is, a lot of these distilleries base their current projections on 2022 when we're coming out of COVID, and now you've got 3 years later, and there's a huge fall of people drinking it because they have all this shit at home. Like, what do I need to buy more bottles for? And people are, back out going to the bars and going to do whatever other sorts of things. So yeah, it's not good. Of course, we've lost tons of American distilleries too. So, I think the biggest one is now they're restructuring theoretically, so if they actually close. I don't think they will. Of course, being westward out of Oregon. So interesting. Anyone who didn't project that Cohen's anomaly, I agree, Dustin. It's really, really stupid. because I think most of us have also been doing this long enough. Alcohol in general is a very cyclical business. If you just simply look at the history of alcohol, it's very cyclical. It's not that hard to predict in the sense of it's going to be cyclical. And if people are drinking a fuck ton of it, probably going to stop fairly soon after. Seems pretty common. So, it's just one of those silly ass things. Liquidity is a problem. Yeah, absolutely. There's no doubt that it is. 'Cause I remember having a discussion with Western Sun, which I know is a vodka brand, but they were talking. I guess let's say the height of COVID for them, they were selling 400,000 cases, and now they're still doing really well. And they sold like 250,000 cases this past year, and which is still great compared to any other year except for the COVID years. It's a great year, and that's the thing is people just don't. Some brands were smart enough to understand that concept, and unfortunately, a lot of them others weren't. And they just ramped up things, put shit in that was too young because they're lumping up production, things like that. So there's a lot of reasons that's not working out. So it is what it is. But it's like, come on, guys, think this shit through. But they didn't. So it is what it is. All right. Says that's the word. So many brands skill their brand value rushing out crap. Yeah, absolutely. There's no doubt they scale it up that way. Yeah, and that's the sad part. Why are you putting crap out? And I realize everybody needs cash. I obviously, I know this is a business owner. I totally get it. But yeah, you are putting garbage out, and now your brand is just seen as garbage. Like, why would you go rush put junk out there? Seriously, you're better off with a vodka, gin that's really good. Use that so your whiskey's actually ready. Then go from there. No, obviously, no, that's easier said than done. Obviously, but that is a better choice. Or source decent shit. That's your other not the problem. Of course, sourcing good shit is now when your new shit doesn't taste like the old shit. See brands like High West. I mean, it's not great. Their own shit sucks. Um, but the other course reason that we're seeing things like MGP cut production 25%. So you have these major brands cutting production, but at the same time, you also don't have the old stuff you had to put into the older stocks that are, into the teens into your blends anymore. And now you're starting to young stuff, which might be fine in 6, 7 years from now. But how the hell do you survive the next 6, 7 years prior? That's the question. The bed was good. All right. Huh. That's wild. That's wild on our past. Huh. Interesting. Yes, because he's since passed, unfortunately, which is a shame. Ben, yeah, it's a shame. It's a good dude. Certainly missed. If Blackwater are having trouble making it work, someone like Peter Mullen behind them, then it's bugger for a lot. Oh, I agree there, Donald. I think we're going. Like I said, I think a year from now it is not going to be pretty. But at the same time, there are too many brands in the market, and there has to be a contraction. You go look for it's part of it's all taste damn same for a lot of it, or it's not different enough for me to for people to switch to from X brand to X brand, and so you're having to see what's going on. No, very nice. That's cool. That's nice. Good for him. It's always nice to see people that been around for a while doing well. It's always good. Well, it's kind of like congrats to our buddy Jason over the Mash and Drum hitting 100K. So that's awesome. Good for him. I know he's got all his new brand and all that good stuff as well, which is awesome. I haven't tried his stuff, but any of his picks I've had from Jason were always great. In fact, I had somebody in a class doing the other day his Rye 3 pick, and they thoroughly enjoyed that in class. So it's good. I'm trying to think, we've killed off a few bottles actually lately. We killed off, I think, a Sagamore. We killed off Aberfeldy 12. A couple other things. It was which one of the ones we killed off was a it's Bladnock's blended brand. Can't remember what it's called top of my head. But their Virgin Oak version, we killed that off recently. So yeah, it's been interesting to see. Now, obviously, we'll replace all these things for obvious reasons because none of these are anything crazy. Only we killed off recently that can't be replaced easily is a Big Man Small Batch, Booker's 2015-01. Great bottle. Sadly, we had a guy at a birthday party there. Really glad it was him that got to finish that bottle off in his class, and that was cool. So yeah, it's always nice to see people that have been good customers get to try out really cool things when they have a celebration of some kind. So, been cool. Well, that sucks. Not much you can do about that, though. Yeah, I'm going for 4 more minutes, then I'm definitely gonna have to go to bed because I'm freaking tired. But it's been nice. It's been nice to be back on for the first time, and like I said, since I think July 1st. That wasn't with a brand. What else are we doing? We'll be doing plenty of brand things in the next few weeks, which should be good. Oh. Oh well. But to recap, yeah, if you are around and see this later, there are a handful of tickets left to Redbreast. There's definitely tickets still left for the Rum event, August 22nd, 23rd, and respectively for those two. Should be really great. He is now working for a distributor here in Texas called Maverick. So he's doing good. I'm glad that he's obviously getting paid more, thank God, than lurking at a liquor store, so which is great. And obviously, you guys know Sarah, unfortunately, she's doing better. But obviously, as you guys know, because she was very, very sick, which is why they are no longer around. Obviously, we'd love to have them back as guests anytime they want. Obviously, they were part of the channel for a long time. But when you can't drink, it kind of makes it hard for a whiskey channel to do a hell of a lot with you, unfortunately. But obviously, we want her to get better and get healthy, which is obviously way more important than drinking anything. So we'll hopefully wish them the best, obviously, and that some point, hopefully, we can do some more reviews together and all that good stuff. But until then, obviously, they are laid up, unfortunately. But hopefully, she gets better and we can do some stuff together again, which would be good. But we shall see. But yeah, getting there. Yeah, because the store he worked at got sold, which was a good store, and it is a good store, but sold to new business people. So, I think he left right about the time the new people came anyway, so it's not that big a deal. Speaking of new brands, or newer, how many rare characters have you guys tried? What do you guys think of them? We just did a pick of a rare character for our liquor store. It's our retail partner for the castle, Noctis Liquor. We did a light 20-year light whiskey pick, like 144 proof, something like that. It's really good. But what do you guys think of rare character? Or what have you tried them? Because we have a handful of their bottles here, but not a ton of them. But or is it like we said? Some people, they're obviously not a distillery producer, source a bunch of stuff. Yeah. So yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it is rough for her, to say the least. Obviously she's still got a ways to go, but going the right direction, thank God. I've had one of those wild Heaven Hill malts and a few other things. Kind of, yeah. There's a lot of random stuff, right? Yeah, it's just interesting. So, yes. What else we tried with Leaps? I don't know if you guys had a Leaper's Fork. That stuff was good. I was really impressed with theirs. I need to bring you guys next time at the castle. We need to stream up there of all of the new crap at the castle. There's a ton of new freaking stuff up there that's been sent in. Uh, yeah, so it is interesting all the random stuff that's showing up. Yeah, I know there's I think it's next week, it's coming weekend. Yeah, supposed to go out to the liquor library, which is one of our buddies' Fort Worth stores. I need to go out there for an event for him, so which would be good. There's a lot of stuff. Yeah, Daniel John is the owner of that store. Really good store. Lots of cool stuff. He's about 5 miles from downtown Fort Worth, something like that. So, but super good dude. Lots of cool stuff out there, and he really knows his stuff. Oh, that's what I didn't tell you guys about. Got to go to a dinner for Tiffon. It was 100 cognac 150th anniversary, which was awesome. So the current owner and family member, head of the family, Edouard, was here from France, and we were at a restaurant. Was it Elbiner or something like that? Fine Foods in Fort Worth was the host of it. It was funny as it used to be a car like mechanic shop. That's they've gentrified a bunch of stuff down there. Now it's all like nice restaurants and all this stuff. So they host us for the 150th anniversary of the Tiffon cognac, and that's one of the best things I've ever tasted in my life. It was a blend of a 50-year to 150-year cognacs. It is ridiculous. Yeah, it's definitely better than like what do we call it, Louis the 13th, stuff like that. It is just stupid good. They only made 150 bottles, so it was really awesome. I think the wholesale's around $3,000. So retail's obviously a little bit more than that for obvious reasons. But yeah, if you get a chance to try that thing. It comes to a bar and it's a regional pour. Freaking try it. It is ridiculously good. But yeah, we'll probably have Tiffany kind of come back again just because it's so freaking good, and really love their story, and that's just a great family, uh, you know, chateau, I guess as you want to call it, for their distillery. But it was great to hang out, and because I got lucky enough to sit right across from him for dinner, so I had to talk to him a lot. Asked tons of questions. Just super good guy, and just really enjoyed talking to him um, about it because we did an event with them last year with Laura, their global ambassador was there, and she was there too. She's a great job. So yeah, it was a lot of fun to do that. So yeah, so there's just been a lot of stuff going on, which is good. Alrighty, so I should probably go to bed since now it's almost midnight and I'm tired. So, like I said, good to be here. Hopefully, you guys, like I said, Red Breast, Authentico Native Go, Panamanian Rum coming up in a couple weeks. Go check them out. Hopefully, we'll see you guys at the castle soon, and we will see you guys next week. Cheers.